Alright, welcome back to the Thomas Rocket Car. I'm going to show you what I got done here. Since the last video where we welded in the back of the floor panels here, I went and got my gas bottle refilled for my welder, so I'm back at it now. And I've fixed up the door jambs on both sides. Got these all tied in, and I got rid of the door bracing on the driver's side. So, bam, all the bracing's out of the car now. So I went and I welded up, just like the other side in the last video. Welded up both jambs, front and rear. Got this all ground down here on the floor edges. I actually trial fit the door. The door fits good. It's got the correct gap all the way around. But I think I'm going to move on to the trunk for now. I'm going to put the trunk floor in, which is a lower belly pan, and that angles up, and then it had a tool tray in it. So we're going to go to the back of the car and mess around with the trunk for a while. So let's go. Alright, take two. I didn't have the microphone on, so here we go again. We're in the trunk. I got the trunk floor out because I got to see where this upper cross member goes for the tool tray. There's a hinged lid back here where the tool tray was, and then the belly pan, floor pan comes up at an angle and ties into the rear tail pan here. So I got the wooden trunk floor out, and it didn't go all the way to the front of the car, and I couldn't figure out what the deal was. And then I started thinking, I bet that's where the spare tire goes. So I had a spare wide 5 rim with a 616 tire on it, which is what this car had on originally. So I stuffed it in there, and son of a gun, it fits like a glove. And that stud up there, right here, is a 1/2 inch fine thread stud, which probably takes a lug nut and like a Ford or whatever style curved clamp would go down to hold the tire in place, onto the rim. I'm going to go ahead. I've got about 16 of these rims. I got stacked up. I've been saving them for a while, but I'm going to go ahead and donate this rim to this car project. So the car's got a spare. The trunk floor, the plywood's all shot. It'll get remade. I've got all the strips, the chrome strips that go on top of it. And then the toolbox tray lid was missing, so I'll have to make a new one of those. But at least I can put this all back together. But I wanted to figure out where the piece of angle iron goes, and then there's a bead rolled panel, sheet metal panel to separate the gas tank area from the tool tray. So I just had to figure all that out. So I got that dialed in. I'm going to mark this here, take all this out. Oh, actually I got to add the corner belly pan pieces here too. But at that point, the whole rear of the car should be complete, and we'll be moving forward. So I'm going to go ahead and break all this down and start fitting all this back together. Alright, so I got all this ground down here, and I've added the first bar in here for the kick up in the belly pan, because the floor goes like this, then it kicks up for the tool tray. But before I put the floor in, I'm making the pieces for the corners of the belly pan. So you can see the bottom of the quarter panel down here. This piece comes in and welds to the bottom of the quarter in the wheel well tub, and then into the square part of the floor. So this welds on down here. So I'm making this right now, just getting it fitted up here. And I'll weld that on, and then I'll make the other one and weld that on. And then we can move on to the main part of the floor. So let me go ahead and trim this up and get fitted on there, and we'll go from there. Alright, I got my second piece made. That's all welded on this side, and I'm just fitting it up here. As soon as I get both corners of this pan made, then we can start trying to fit the floor up. It's getting late now, it's almost midnight, so I'm going to just fit this up tonight, and then tomorrow morning we'll weld this on and start working on the floor. Alright, here we go. got the piece clamped in. This is a real struggle because it's so far around the perimeter. So what I had to leave is leave this down so I can clamp the edges. I got the floor jack under the front edge of the machine, the sheet metal, with a piece of pipe, and I've pushed it up to the bottom of the car. And I just got to use a screwdriver to shim it up tight. And I'm going to put a couple tacks, and I'm going to work my way back on this. I got a gap here in the center. It's bowed down, so I'm going to tack this front edge, and I'm going to work it flat so the thing doesn't get wonky. I got to work it out this way. So I'm going to go ahead and just place a couple of strategic tacks and then work it out. But you can see the ribs here face down. The gas tank sets in here, and then this piece will get bent up, and I'll bend the sheet metal up and angled in here. So let me go ahead and get this going, and we'll see how we make out. Bam! Uh-oh. I just got to figure out how to work this out while keeping this tight. Might require some additional pinching here. We'll see. Alright, so I figured out what to do here. I had to set up pressing back here first. I got to work and press it out. It's just like making bread. You got to roll it out, roll it out. So I've moved the my support back to here about 6 inches down, and I'll hit it here, and then probably hit a couple tacks here, and then I'll move it and just keep working it out, and it will roll right up around here and keep it flat. Alright, I got it. I used the jack, and I angled the bar and I was able to push this up. I got everything welded except this back edge. I got to trim it just like about a 1/4 inch on a square. I got to trim that back up, but I'm going to go ahead and trim up this back edge and get the rest of it attached. This is an ab workout here, holding your body up, pushing down, and trying to weld. There we go! Fantastic! Tack and tap, tack and tap, whoop! This just gets some seam, grind these down, and this just gets seam sealed, and then this gets like undercoating, or I'll probably put truck bed liner material on it because it won't be tacky. And I'll paint the whole underside with textured stuff because I think the car originally was undercoated or tarred on the bottom. But it'll be all black texturized on here when it's all complete. Alright, so there we go. I got it all welded all the way around. The next step is going to be cutting the upper piece across here. Then I'm going to put the tool tray divider in, which I already have made up and bead rolled. And then I can add the angle iron pieces to support this. And then the trunk will be done. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that stuff and reconvene here. And we'll put it back in. Alright, I'm working on the tool tray now. I got my rib panel. Matches the tool tray over there, which you can't see. But I put my top piece in. I've welded the bottom right to the floor pan here. And then I just got to weld the top of this across here. And the tool tray will be complete. The wooden floor that goes in here comes to here and stops. And then there's another wooden floor that's hinged that opens and closes so you can get to your tools in here. So this is how it was originally. Let me go ahead and get it welded up, and then this will be the final piece of the trunk. The entire trunk will be complete. There we go. The tool tray is all welded up good. The whole trunk is all welded solid. And the belly pan is all good. I'm going to go ahead and grind all these up and throw a little primer in here. And then I'll seam seal it later. But for now, all the metal work from the firewall back to here is complete on the trunk. So I'm going to call this done. Next, we'll be moving on back up to the front of the car where I'm going to finish patching the front toe boards. I'm going to fix the quarter panels, make the lower door hinges, put the doors on after I patch the passenger door, and then we'll be in the home stretch. I appreciate everybody watching. Please tell your friends if you like this channel, like hot rods. I'm also on Instagram at Quick Speed Shop on Instagram. You can see detailed pictures of builds like this. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And we'll see you next time at the Thomas Rocket Car. Red leader, this is gold leader. That blurry? Are you blurry? Ah! Okay, you're clear. Here we go.